Well, I was here last week, and so I know some of you heard me last week. But I think it's important, really, that we deliver a very strong message here. I just said to this gentleman here is that we're living in an occupied country right now. There's tyranny happening at a level that we can't even fully comprehend because it's hard for us to believe that that could possibly happen in a free and democratic country, but it is. And so we're seeing the rollout of these vaccines, and it's not happening with informed consent. People are being lied to on a massive scale. And so the most basic premise of medical choice, informed consent, is being violated over and over again. I got an email this morning to say that the Premier of Ontario, Mr. Ford, announced today that they are going to go door-to-door vaccinating people in Ontario.
Shame.
And I know they're not being given the information they need in order to make that decision. I also know that they fully intend to roll out these vaccine passports, and it's not an immunity passport. It's got nothing to do with immunity. It's got to do with compliance. And I don't know if any of you saw the interview last week on Del Bigtree's High Wire with Dr. Naomi Klein. And she said that if we lose this battle around vaccine passports, we have lost our sovereignty as individual citizens. That the compliance, the ability to control our movements and our choices is all built into that technology, and that we will become enslaved, much as the Chinese are in China. And when I listened to that interview, it scared the hell out of me, and it scared the hell out of Del. We need to realize that we're at war. We have to step up our game. We're not going to be fooled by this. We have to go back to living in a society where rights and freedoms, bodily sovereignty, the right of parents to make medical decisions for their children, the right to say no, is the foundation of our society. And so it's time for a change. I've said before that it's not a great reset that's happening, it's a great reveal. What's being revealed is the level of corruption, the level of deception, the level of dishonesty, and the lack of accountability. It's time that we reclaim this country and make it the country that is based upon rights and freedoms. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Thanks again. Thank you. I'm very, very pleased to be with you. We decided at the last minute to come here in BC, and that was a good decision. Because, like me, you are here today because you know that our freedoms are in danger. And we must be all together to fight for what we believe. And that's only the beginning. And if we do that together, I can tell you that we will win. Yes. Because we are fighting, in the end, for our way of life, for our Western civilization values, for our freedom. And when I'm looking at lockdowns all across the country, in Quebec, in Ontario, here in BC, everywhere, and politicians are telling us that, some businesses are essential and others are not. And for me, and I think it's the same for you, all businesses are essentials. So, no discrimination in this country. And after a year, we know and we have the data and the statistics, and we are able to look at what they did to our country with these lockdowns. They are killing our economy. They are also, hurting our youth. Can you believe that, the last year in Quebec and in some provinces, students were not able to go back to school? And we know that the youngest in the population are the ones that won't die from the COVID-19. We know that we must protect the older in our community in Canada. We know that the survival rate for COVID is more than 99.6%. If you're under 65 years old, you're not in danger with that virus. And that's why we must to reopen the economy. We must to reopen our churches. We must be able to do what we want to do. Just yesterday in Quebec, the premier over there said that, okay, we will have a curfew. Can you believe in Quebec after 8 p.m. at night until 5 a.m. you don't have the right to be outside? So the last time we had a curfew in Quebec, that was in 1970s during the FLQ crisis. And maybe at that time we had a good reason to have a curfew. But right now we don't have a good reason. And there's no good reason also in Ontario for having a stay-at-home order. We are in a free country, but we're not free anymore. So that's why, I started early to speak against lockdowns, authoritarian governments right now together. And if we do that, we will keep our country. We will keep our sovereignty as individual. But I need you. I need you to be out there. I need you to speak to your MP or the member of your provincial legislature. Speak to your colleagues. Be out there. Don't be afraid. Because we only need a tiny minority to start a revolution. And we are that tiny minority. And now that's the time. We are fighting for a real ideological revolution in our country. A revolution that is in line with our Canadian values, in line with what we believe in. So I'm asking you, at the next general election that can come soon, don't hesitate to express your opinion. And please, don't vote against something. Maybe for the first time, vote for something. Vote for what you believe in. Vote for your values. And vote for yourself at the end by supporting your ideas. I'm here for the long run. But I know that we are able to win. And now we are building a strong party all across the country, and I can tell you that we will give the opportunity to every Canadian to be able to vote for their values by having a PPC candidate in every single riding across the country. And I'll do everything to be back in Parliament, and more people will be able to hear our voice. I'll be there and I will challenge the establishment political party. I will challenge the Conservative Party of Canada that is not conservative anymore. There's a lot of challenges that are happening in court right now in Alberta, in Quebec, here in BC, with the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms. They're doing a good fight. They will win in court, and together we will win the public opinion. That's the most important. So stay strong and free and ready to do that battle. Thank you very much.